Now I'm going to turn my attention to Richard Roth, who has some new information for us.
Yes, I'm a few blocks north of what was the Twin Towers of Manhattan, a New York and world icon. As you've been reporting earlier, those New Yorkers who have woken up from their nightmare, which proved to be true, have gone out and gotten some newspapers, and the two leading tabloids in New York City both calling it an act of war. For me, it's kind of eerily familiar. Nearly 11 years ago, I stood on a rooftop in Tel Aviv with Israeli newspapers saying almost the exact same headlines and words as Iraq attacked that evening and war started in the Persian Gulf. Behind me, you see what was left of part of the 7 buildings in the World Trade Center complex. The towers dedicated in '73, they never fully opened until 1976. World Trade number 7, more than 40 stories, was the last to go yesterday. This, what you're looking at, is the heart of New York and, in effect, the world's financial center, though a lot of transactions are done electronically. Down here in Lower Manhattan, Wall Street shut down, power turned off to these giant skyscrapers, streets deserted, ghost town effect. In the area of where the blast occurred from the commercial jetliners, it's like a nuclear winter. Ash, soot piled on top of cars 3 inches deep, firefighters covered with it. Of course, in the rubble, New York estimates more than 250 firefighters believe lost and trapped. Reports still, of course, of some cell phone communications from those who perhaps are still trapped in some of the lower structures. There are rescue vehicles and personnel from states surrounding New York and all through the Midwest and the South. Salvation Army units from Pennsylvania spotted, from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, with coffee and cold drinks for tired, exhausted rescue workers going through the night. Mini street kitchens set up. There's a real beehive hub of activity. You may not be able to see it on this street, but further on the west side of Manhattan near the Hudson River, that's sort of where ground zero outposts have been established. Papers, financial folders, the ways of business from desks, offices, from the 2 giant structures over 100 stories tall, still cascade into the area. Smoke, of course, what you're seeing billowing up. Soon we're going to be coming up on 24 hours since the planes attacked. 78 police officers still feared dead. One insurance company estimating that perhaps more than 1,000 of their employees have yet to be accounted for. New York City still just beginning now to grapple with exactly what happened. Of course, New Yorkers have been advised not to come to work. Thus, all of the surrounding streets of Manhattan at this hour, which would normally be incredibly humming and busy, are deserted, and people are staying in.
Fee court is now in session.
Here are the facts. Mr. Lambert here was trying to go home for Valentine's Day. Got sick and had to change flight. He paid the difference in airfare, but the other airline smacked him with a $150 fee just to change.
$150?
Change fee?
That's double dipping.
Who can afford surprises like that?
Why does he hate travelers so much?
So what do you think? Case closed, honey.
Don't pay a change fee on top of a fare difference. Fly Southwest, the only airline with no change fees.
These other airlines have been pushing bag fees in this neighborhood so long, people are just starting to accept it.
They just keep raising bag fees, and people just keep paying them.
Yeah, it's up to $120 round trip for 2 bags.
They just keep parading it out in the open in front of everyone.
Yeah, it makes me sick.
You all right?
Shut up, rookie.
It's happening. Let's go! We got a 120 in progress. What's a 120? Another airline's charging up to $120 round trip for 2 bags. Pull over! Looks like we got a runner. Pull over! We know you've been charging for bags! We can't stop every plane! We're gonna stop this one! You can fly, but you can't hide!
Fee court is now in session.
That airline charged me a $150 change fee.
Southwest would never do that.
Your Honor, chump change.
That is not
I don't understand how 3 clicks of a mouse could cost me $150.
Sir?
It's personnel on the telephone, it's computer time, it's personnel on the desks. We can't afford to do this for free, Your Honor.
Jury?
Guilty.
Don't pay a change fee on top of a fare difference. Fly Southwest, the only airline with no change fees.
Fee court is now in session.
My daughters and I were going to see their Grammy and Grampy, but Amber fractured her leg and we had to change our flight. Then that airline added a $150 change fee per ticket.
I sure did.
$450.
$450.
$450 is a lot of money.
That just ain't right.
That's just plain wrong.
It's an honest dollar, Your Honor.
Does his mama know what he's doing?
Don't pay a change fee on top of a fare difference. Fly Southwest, the only airline with no change fees.
Number 6, our service announcements to Newark and South Carolina, opening another portal to major cities on the East Coast.
Good news for customers in New York, New Jersey area as Southwest begins service to Newark on March 27, 2011, with 8 daily nonstop flights, 6 to Chicago Midway and 2 to St. Louis. To celebrate our 72nd city, we'll offer introductory fares of $72 through November 4th to both cities. Tell your friends and family to book on southwest.com.
Southwest also announced our South Carolina service and schedules with 2 great media events in Greenville, Spartanburg, and Charleston. South Carolina service will start on March 13th, with 7 weekday departures from both cities. Bookings have already begun.
Cities served from Charleston will be Houston, Chicago Midway, BWI, and Nashville. Greenville, Spartanburg will also serve those cities as well as Orlando. Palmetto State, here we come. More passengers and the opportunity to travel farther than we ever have before. Introducing the Dash 800 to the Southwest fleet comes in at number 2. In his March 15th address to the Wings Club in New York, Gary shared additional details on Southwest's upcoming 737-800s.
Our current plans are to deliver the aircraft in the full extended range twin engine operations performance standards, which is more commonly known as ETOPS. And we have notified the FAA as well of our intent with that regard. So all 20 of those aircraft will come ETOPS equipped.
The 800 will bring more destinations into the realm of possibilities for us, allow us to operate a more economical aircraft, and offer better scheduling flexibility in high-demand, slot-controlled, or gate-restricted markets.